And the reason for that is there's a lot of spastics out there. Do you want to know who finds that word offensive? Not the spastics, the people who know spastics, people who are friends with spastics. If you're such a good fucking friend, why don't you bring them out tonight, you fucking cunts? Furthermore, a few years ago, I did 3 gigs for Scope. They rang me up and said, Jim, we'd like you to do our benefits. And I said, are you sure you want me? And they said, you're the only comedian who's ever made jokes about us whilst we're in the room. So anyone who's offended, you can go get fucked. I'm Spaz approved. In fact, in their review, they gave me 4 oohs, which... Now, as I said before, if you're friends with these people, why don't you bring them out? You always get some bleeding heart come up to you after a gig going, do you know my best friend is not a spastic, but they... And then you're like, well, where the fuck are they, you bitch? Fucking... I used to work as a disabled carer before I was a comedian. And it was a good job. You felt good about yourself at the end of the day. And I saw some heartwarming things there, man. I saw some fucking miserable things, but I saw some things that made me feel good, man. I got fired for racing them. It sounds a lot worse than it is, right? You say racing retards, that's offensive, right? Call it Paralympics, goodwill. And anyway, I'm going to tell you a good story that came from there. Something nice, right? I think this story is inspiring. You mightn't agree with me, but I took these 2 lads down to the beach with cerebral palsy, right? Not with the power of. It's not like they're magical. You assume they'd have some... The only real magical disabilities are dwarfs. Midgets aren't magical. They're just freakish little people. Don't worry about that joke. It goes over the midgets' heads. Doesn't go over the dwarfs' heads. People underestimate how big their foreheads are and just smacks them in the 14th wrinkle. Anyway, I took these 2 lads down to the beach with cerebral palsy, and we wheeled them down to the beach, and there's that beautiful moment when you're at the beach and you're just looking at the water and the sand where you're eating an ice cream. You go, how long do we stay here for? What's the appropriate amount of time? It's not like they're going to go swimming. And in Australia, you can sunbake topless, so there's a lot of topless women walking around, and you're not meant to look at topless women when they're on the beach. If one woman in this room was topless right now, there'd be no gig. The show would be over. The room would be freaking out, right? But at the beach, if a girl's topless, you're meant to just act like this is normal and not look or poke. So, anyway, the 2 lads... This girl walks by with tremendous tits, right? Now, one of the lads who has no muscle memory whatsoever, right? He's all hawkinged up, right? And a pair of tits walked by, and I swear to God, he fucking locked on. Like a solid fucking... He did not fucking deviate as she went by. And I was thinking, is this some type of therapy that they've never offered these people? Anyway, so I start thinking right now, as an able-bodied person, I can't stare at tits because someone will punch me in the head. But I think, fuck it, I'm going to start staring at tits. Who's going to punch me in the head? I'm the nicest guy in the world. I'm with 2 spastics, right? So I start staring at tits. Then this big fat ass woman with just bikini bottoms on with her tits hanging out walks by. And one of the lads turns to the other one, and over the course of 5 minutes, but I'll speed it up for you, goes, there's one for you, mate. Now, it's a lovely joke. It's a joke that we have all enjoyed. Everyone has done that joke with their friends, gone, that's your wife, that is, and we've all had a good laugh. It's not a great joke, but You know what I found heartwarming, what I found inspiring about that? You know what was inspiring? This guy can't wipe his own ass, yet he's too good for the fat chick. The human spirit, my friends. Oh, fucking coming out, fucking drinking. Look at you people. You're out here and they've given us all plastic cups like we're fucking kids, and you have to spend £3.50 for a pint in Britain and they serve it to you in plastic. But let's be honest, you British people aren't responsible enough for glass, are you? You know what happens when you get glass? One of you gets angry, don't you? One of you will smash the glass against the bar, shove a shard of glass into someone else's face. You're the only nation of people to use the word glass as a verb. Oh, fuck, you come out, go to a nightclub, you get pissed, you go to the toilet, go to wash your hands, but you're not allowed to wash your hands. Why not? Because there's a fucking toilet attendant there. A guy with a metal tray with a whole lot of pound coins on him. A few bits of fucking perfume, a couple of chopper chomps and a bit of chewing gum. And he's ready with a soap. I fucking hate those cunts. I'm not going to give you a pound, mate. I've washed me hands before. I'm fucking good at it, right? It's one of my skills. I'm not the most hygienic guy in the world anyway. I was just sniffing coke off a toilet seat, for fuck's sake. You ever walked out of there and not washed your hands? They look at you like you're scum. I'm scum. You work in a fucking toilet, mate. I've done gigs out in fucking Baghdad and Iraq and all that. I've been out there, man. It's fucking mental. When you go out there, you realise that the other team don't really know they're involved. Like all the other old wars, you can say what you want about the Nazis, but they always look good, right? You can always pick them out of a crowd, right? This enemy, the Taliban, I can't. They don't have an outfit. And I was there on the first day. Well, the first day of the war, the first day I was there, and I was in a helicopter flying over the top of Baghdad with me helmet on, me bulletproof vest, thinking I look as cool as fuck, right? The helicopter window's open, there's a guy with a gun just sort of scouring the ground, right? I look out, I see a little bloke with a handgun just shooting up at the helicopter, just bang, 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 bang. And I fucking freak out, right? I'm like, oh, fuck, we're being fired on. And the gunner turns around and goes, don't worry about it. We're too high up. Those bullets can't reach us. And then he went, hey, look at this. And the little cunt died. And I was like, I was just saying. Didn't want to upset anyone. Fucking mental, man. I get so desensitized about terrorism now. I don't even care anymore. The first big one, remember the big one where the planes hit the buildings and the buildings... I can't remember what date it was, but the fucking... And every terrorist attack since then, just fucking... whatever. The one in Glasgow where the guy was in flames and he drove his flaming car into the airport. The first thing that went through my brains when I saw that was, oh, you fucking cunt. Now I'm going to have to put my toiletries in a plastic bag. Take me shoes off, you're wasting me time. This is weird, okay. We're wrapping up right now. We're going to be out of here in a second. Last night, on a Friday, the room was all men. It was a great crowd last night. You've been good, but they were fucking good. Right? And it was all men, angry young men, and it was like fucking testosterone city. And now it's couples night. It's Saturday. On Friday you go out with the guys from work. On Saturday you take your bird out, right? Obviously she gets to choose the movie next time. I don't imagine that I'm the bird's choice and there's some guy going, go see Jim Jefferies say cunt. As long as you can watch Still Magnolias. All I'm saying is yesterday's crowd didn't go, woo! All right, Brett, how long we got? 5 minutes? Are we going to do a bit more? All right, we don't want to piss anyone off. Okay, does everyone know that Eddie Izzard's on the stage straight after me? So we can get into a bit of trouble if we run over because I don't want to have the fuck beaten out of me by a 50-year-old man in a dress. Don't think he wears a dress anymore. I'm going to see him in the stairs going up. He's probably staying there. I'm going to go, bit of a laugh. All right.